If you're not already subscribed to this channel, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button along with the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I go live. If you are subscribed, check and make sure that YouTube hasn't unsubscribed you. Give the video a like. Share these videos. Shouts out to the LDBC. This is the inaugural episode of Primetime Politics. I love to talk politics on this channel. And, I want to keep it simple. And I wanted to start a series of episodes of Primetime Politics, right? Because we in the Black community, we need to know and understand what white supremacy is doing and what moves are they making to against us, right? Now, earlier today, this bombshell news broke. About Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, his crackhead son, or cocaine-loving Mitch, right? But all you Biden butt kissers out there that, was all about Joe Biden during the election, right? All about Hunter Biden. Oh, no, well, Hunter Biden ain't got nothing to do with this, right? How do you explain this? So if his son is using this racial epithets, you don't think his daddy using that shit? Huh? You don't think Joe Biden come behind the scenes dropping that N-bomb like it's nothing? Huh? So in this article coming from the Daily Mail, Hunter Biden addressed his white lawyer as the N-word multiple times, used phrases like "true that" and bantered "I only love you because you're black." In such shocking text unearthed days after Joe's emotional Tulsa speech decrying racism. Text messages obtained by Daily Mail reveal Hunter Biden used the N-word multiple times in a banter with his lawyer. The president's son, 51, flippantly addressed corporate attorney George Mearsis, who is white, by the racial slurs with phrases including "true that." In the December 2018 conversation, Hunter asked Messiahs, "How much do I owe you? Because, sick, you better not be charging me Hennessy rates." In another chat a month later, Hunter cracked jokes about his dick and told Messiahs, "I only love you because you're black." It's so annoying when you interject with frivolity. The Chicago lawyer replied, "The damning texts have emerged just days after his father, President Joe Biden, gave a speech decrying racism on the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. And that's more specifically Black Wall Street. Now, I find it funny that Joe Biden took his ass down there to Tulsa to speak to the black folks out there, considering that he has had a reprehensible record with his motherfucking laws and other legislatures that disproportionately affected black people. His 94 crime bill put black people in jail in more ways than one. He had a hand in the 86 Anti-Drug Abuse Act. That's the 101 disparity between crack cocaine and powder cocaine, where black people were disproportionately affected. But he's going to take his racist ass down to Oklahoma, down to Tulsa, and speak about racism, when that motherfucker is nothing but a staunch racist. Shout out to the homie Mark Wonderly, 2 Raw Classes, my sister Unique Dawn, Kev Cook, salute to y'all. Appreciate y'all for being here tonight. To all you Biden butt kissers, how you explain this? Right? How the fuck do you explain this? Let's continue and see what else this says. Biden has sought to portray racial justice as a top priority for his administration, right? Hunter also saved a meme with a photo of his father hugging Barack Obama with a caption describing a joke conversation. Obama, gonna miss you, man. Joe, can I say it just as much? Obama, go ahead, Joe. You might, Barack. Now, what the hell? What the fucking hell? What's up, Too Raw?
Hey, what's up, man?
So, what you got on? I'm pretty sure you saw this earlier today too. So, what's your thoughts on this, bro?
Well, actually, I'm just seeing this. You know, it makes me mad on a lot of different levels. Like, number one, it tells me that he's been the Biden family, Joe Biden, Hunter Biden. It tells me they've been surrounded by coons. First of all, who've never checked them, and you know they somehow think that this shit is funny or it's quirky, or you know for some reason a lot of white people think that saying that makes them cool, or you know what I'm saying, like it shows acceptance, but in reality it's very insulting. It's basically making the black person hearing this shit feel like they putting on a minstrel show, except for like they the straight man in the minstrel show. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. Like it's insulting. And the fact that he's going around saying this shit like that shows his racism. But it's racism that's unchecked. So I get mad at them, but I'm also getting mad at motherfuckers like Obama and I'm certain Kamala Harris, because she probably laughs at it. You know, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because shit, she don't really consider herself black any fucking way unless it becomes convenient for her.
Right.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't shock me, man, because like you said, Joe Biden is fucking racist, man. The man fucking built his career off of the support of Dixiecrats and conservative, racist Southern Democrats and Republicans. So, like, yeah, it's just further evidence.
Further proof. I mean, what more proof do you need? So, all you Biden butt kissers out there, right? How do you explain this, right? Because, you know, the motherfucker only made his career lying about what he's going to do for black people, when truth of the matter is, he's got legislated what he's going to do to black people. Right? Yeah. Look, I mean, you can't refute this shit. This is straight up from an iPhone. And you can tell it's from the iPhone because anybody that got an iPhone, that shit is in blue letters, right? So that tells me right there, both these guys had iPhones. Because any text messages that get sent to Android will be in green. So that tells me right there, both these guys had iPhones. But look, this is more proof in the pudding when it comes to this right here. Right? And you know, this crack baby talking about his dick and all that shit to his lawyer and all that. This dude's disgusting, man. For real. He's disgusting. This dude is fucking disgusting. And we're gonna talk about Scamala in a minute, right? But
yeah.
How do you explain goddamn Hunter Biden, this crack baby, going around thinking he can just drop the N-word like how I drop deuces on the motherfucking toilet?
I don't know, man. It's like I said, man. It's a lot of people who get away with that form of racism. You know what I'm saying? Like black people that let, or so-called black people that let white people use that word freely, trying to make excuses for why they're using that word, or well, they don't mean it the same way that you mean it, and they think it's novelty. It's But I hate to say this, LB, but I kind of blame a little bit of our culture because, a lot of times, like a lot of people in our community, we make it seem like it's funny when they say that shit. Like a couple of, years and years ago, it was funny to hear a white person say that word in the inflect of how a black person would say it. And a lot of people thought that shit was funny, but I've never found that shit funny because of the historical significance of that word. And it means something different when a white person says it. I'm sorry. I don't care what they quote unquote feel in their heart. It's just not fucking funny hearing a white person say that fucking word. And I don't think it should be tolerated. And the fact that, like I said, the fact that he's going around saying that shit like he's trying to impersonate black people, that shit is fucking very fucking offensive.
Hell yeah. All day and all night long. Shout out to Celtics 67 in the building that's at tonight. I appreciate everybody that's watching this video, man, because this thing needs to be nipped in the bud, straight up. Because there are a lot of buck dancing sellouts out there. Where the fuck is guys like Roland Martin talking about this shit? He's so busy, buying up Bed Bath & Beyond, taking kitchen cloth and making fucking dresses out of it and shit. He won't talk about nothing like this.
No, he's not. They're not going to talk about that. No, they're not going to talk about anything that Biden does and says is racist. Nothing.
No, they're not going to talk about it. Why? Oh, because it don't fit the agenda? But he's supposed to be black, right? He's supposed to keep it funky, right? That's what he said. He wants to keep it funky. The only thing that's funky is in your fucking breath and in your underarm, you fat motherfucker. These Democrats don't give two pieces of rat droppings about you. How many times we gotta say it? How many times? Look, I'm gonna beat this drum every fucking day until we get the hint, right? When they come stop around your town, talk about you need to do this, that, and the third, you need to vote for them, you don't need to do a goddamn thing. They're the ones that's supposed to be doing the work for you. They are the representative of us. When we send their ass to DC, we gotta listen to demands that they gotta take to DC and they need to come back with some tangible results. That's how this works. We don't work for them; they work for us. When you go to a job interview and your interviewer and your employer is asking you questions and shit like that, and you're like, I don't know, but I gotta look it up. Well, I never heard that before. You think they gonna hire your ass? That's the same thing we need to do with these goddamn politicians. Especially these white supremacists one out here, they so want the black vote, but they don't want to do nothing for black people. Fuck out of here. And stop sending me emails about donating to your fucking party. Cause you're not delivering me reparations. When you ain't talking reparations, we ain't not nothing to talk about. God damn it. Look at Chicago right now. That lady, the male Lightfoot, looking like the goddamn crypt keeper and shit. Going right, there's a man shooting damn near every week in Chicago. What's up, Sterling Young? What you got on Hunter Biden? Sending racist emails to his fucking, white supremacist counterpart.
Oh man, like father, like son. It means called like democracy. It bounced all over DC like a red balloon. With this, and. He's a privileged racist punk. definitely, because that word you can use around so many much. Like I feel like you need to stop because but I'm not gonna be surprised if if they slap him on the wrist, just let him go away with it. Because y'all know the FBI, CIA, the White House, they would defend Hunter and nothing would done with him because this guy's gonna lie. This guy's gonna lie on firearm application, hard drugs, take bribes.
Larry Leftfoot. My bad, Sterling. I had to laugh. I had laughing at the comment section talking about Larry Leftfoot.
Yeah. For real, and this is very and the Republicans, they deflect every time they are accused of wrongdoing. And I feel like I hope the way the truth about Matt. Hopefully the way the truth about that, because and that's a racist punk. That's a racist punk right there. And
Can I say something right quick? I just gotta say it, man. Just be funny, man. You know who Lori Lightfoot looked like, man? Remember Beetlejuice when Beetlejuice turned to that big snake? Don't she? Oh my God, she looked just like Beetlejuice. We've come for your daughter, Chuck.
Hey, I was thinking the same goddamn thing too, Rob. Oh boy,
she looked just like that motherfucker. We've come for your daughter. Oh God.
Oh boy, boy. I tell you, boy, something wrong with you too, Rob. You know, I can't put your ass nowhere, bro. I'm telling you. Oh boy. All right. We're gonna come back to Hunter Biden. So let's go to Beau Biden's love interest, right? You know who I'm talking about too, Rob.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Kamala?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Right? So Lester Holt, that pasty-faced bastard, right? Interviewed Carmela. I'm about to call her Carmelo. So, if you had not seen the clip, right? Yeah, Hunter did sleep with his dead brother's wife. She sure did. Nasty ass motherfucker. He ain't got no goddamn shame. How you can sleep with your dead brother's wife?
Disgusting. Man.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, what did Kamala say?
Oh, don't worry. I'm about to show you the clip.
Right.
I'm about to show you the clip. And Lester Holt, man, you need.
Do you have any plan?
You say he do what?
Lester Holt, man, hey, that motherfucker needs to stop buying some goddamn flour and shit. That motherfucker be looking all kind of white. So let's listen to this pasty-faced bastard in action.
To visit the border.
We are going to the border. We've been to the border. So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to Europe. And I don't understand the point that you're making. I'm not discounting the importance.
Do you have any plans to visit the?
Too raw.
I bet mom be like, why haven't you cleaned your room? And then come on, like, I haven't cleaned the kitchen either, and I don't understand your question. Like that's how she.
Too raw. What do you make of that, bro?
I was too distracted by his makeup or whatever the fuck that is, and his ridiculous I don't know why he won't cut that shit, man. Like his hairline is just woof. Ooh, what was the question he was asking her?
He asked her, but why she haven't been to the southern border yet, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she said she didn't understand his question.
Yeah. He asked her. So Lester Holt asked her why she hadn't been to the southern border, right?
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you know what? Let's play the whole clip. That was a 24-second clip. Let's just play the whole clip, right? You know what I'm saying?
I didn't pay attention this time.
Yeah.
I was distracted last time.
Don't look at that motherfucking head, all right?
All right.
I can't stand this bitch.
President Harris in Mexico, meeting with the Mexican president.
You can't say you care about the border without caring about the root causes.
Part of her first foreign trip, targeting the root causes of the record migrant surge. I spoke to her last night in Guatemala. You have a message for would-be migrants. Don't come.
Do not come. Do not come.
The notion that the border is closed. Why should they believe you when they know that people are getting in?
Well, Lester, here's the thing. I've been working on this issue for a very long time. And the kind of violence and danger.
Okay, hold on. What do you mean by a long time? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, I did the little owl face too with that one. Like, what do you mean long time? You've only been vice president for a couple of months. And I'm pretty sure that wasn't on the top of your itinerary when you was running for president at failed pathetic attempt. And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, since when does that become top priority for you?
And then on top of that, you telling immigrants don't come. Ain't you an immigrant? Ain't your daddy an immigrant? Hypocrites, man. Just like the Queen Patricia said. Let's keep going with this fucking. This interview was a fucking train wreck, right? Led by this pasty-faced bastard. And Lester Holt, can you spell Guatemala?
That is associated with that track, especially when we're talking about from Guatemala through Mexico to the United States. It is extremely dangerous. And the reason that I am in Guatemala is to address the reasons people leave home, flee. Knowing that the people who are here for generations, or if we know
you see Lester Holt
in Guatemala for centuries, they want to leave. But
I had to avert my eyes, man. I can't look at that dude's head, man.
Americans don't see
have the ability to give them that.
Yeah, Americans don't see a lot of that on a daily basis. What they do see
I'm sorry, man. This hairline for all we do.
Border offenses, children coming in with, phone numbers stenciled on their hand.
Yeah.
And so the question has come up, and you heard it here, and you'll hear it again, I'm sure, is why not visit the border? Why not see what Americans are seeing in this crisis?
Well, we are going to the border. We have to deal with what's happening.
Okay, first of all, right? The general American public, especially in the black community, don't give a fuck about what's going on in the southern border. Okay? That's the first thing. Do you agree with that too, Rob?
Yeah, this is just something Republicans always gonna make an issue out of something they think is a weakness to the Democratic Party. They don't really give a fuck about the border, and most Americans don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah, because goddamn Ted Cruz, you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker wanted to put on that goddamn Kabuki theater a few months ago. He over there dressing like he goddamn auditioning for Survivor and shit. Oh, hey, there we are on the right there at the southern border. We don't know what the fuck. For all we know, it could be a fucking 18-foot crocodile waiting back there. We don't fucking know who's back there or what's back there.
See, I don't know if you remember. I don't know if you remember, LB, but I did a video where I said once the pandemic calms down, that the Republicans were going to start talking about this shit, the border shit, to try to hurt Biden. Yeah.
No, go ahead, too, Ron. Yeah, I'm right there. I'm agreeing with you.
Right. They this is a political thing. You know what I'm saying? Not that I sympathize with Democrats, fuck them. But I know it's just a political thing. I don't give a fuck about the border. And like you said, people in Texas don't really give a fuck about the border like that. Not really. It's just something they made up. This shit just started happening on January 20th. Why didn't give a fuck about this shit when Trump was still president?
Oh, hey, you know what? Because Trump was peddling that lie about all these illegal aliens coming in from the southern border. Meanwhile, you got illegals coming in through planes, trains, and automobiles.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah, they're coming in through planes, trains, automobiles, under tunnels, fucking through boats and shit. But yet we worry about like the southern border, like Sarah Sanders, that cockeyed bitch. That cockeyed bitch is running around here telling people that, most of the problems, most of the drugs and most of the illegals coming in through the southern border. Really? Well, okay. Well, how do you explain drugs coming in to Cuba all the fucking time? They bring them in through cargo ships. Right?
Yep.
So what about that? Oh, well, I understand that, you might have double vision there, Sarah Huckabee Sanders. So, I understand you might miss some shit like that. But, let's just keep on rolling with downtown Willie Brown's side piece. Camel toe, oh, camel toe.
At the border, there's no question about that. That's not a debatable point. But we have to understand that there's a reason people are arriving at our border and ask what is that reason and then identify the problem so we can fix it.
What do you tell a Guatemalan family who they don't come, but they're facing the end? There's poverty, there's disease, all these things happening at once. You tell them don't come?
We don't want, I don't think that Americans want people to be exposed to harm if they can avoid it. They're taking the trek from the place that they know that they want to stay. So I'm here in Guatemala to say, what can we do to support people and to give them a sense of hope that help is on the way?
The administration looking to inject billions of dollars in aid to this region to help reduce that migrant surge. In April, nearly 180,000 migrants were apprehended by U.S. Border Patrol, the highest number in 20 years. And more unaccompanied migrant children come from Guatemala than anywhere else. Over 16,000 unaccompanied children tonight in custody. What's victory look like in this, or what does improvement look like?
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And I would suggest to you that we have seen progress already. When we have 12 of the biggest corporations of America who I convene them in my office and they have agreed to help us work on this issue. Success so far is the bringing together of community-based organizations, not only in the United States, but here in Guatemala. Today, that was one of my meetings with civil society leaders, to let them know we see them, we understand their concerns about corruption, and we also understand their role of leadership to help us in terms of how we prioritize our work in this region.
So how quickly does this change what we see at the border?
I don't know that we're going to see it. Listen, I've been very clear from the beginning. There's not going to be a quick fix. So we've seen progress, but the real work is going to take time to manifest itself. Will it be worth it? Yes. Will it take some time? Yes.
There's one other topic I wanted to talk to you about. Let me just quickly put a button.
Okay.
Do you have any plans to visit the border?
I'm here in Guatemala today. At some point, we are going
You see that pause, right, too, Ron?
Mm-hmm.
What? Right?
Mm-hmm.
She's like, she's about to tell us, she's about to spew out some bullshit because she's paused and she like raised her right hand and just like, you just saw this pause.
Yeah, she was like, shit, he got me.
She said, time to cook. I'm going to cook up some bullshit, you know what I'm saying?
Remember the talking points. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, remember the talking points, right? Look, like I said before, most of the general public don't give a fuck about what's going on in the southern border. Hell, for all intents and purposes, most of the people are worried about whether or not they're going to have a fucking home come June 30th.
Yeah.
Because the eviction moratorium is going to be out. People are worried about whether or not they're going to have a home come June 30th, and yet this chick right here on your screen is worried about what's going on in the southern border. is nothing more than a goddamn distraction. We got issues here in America that need to be addressed. And yes, the elephant in the room is reparations. Yeah, that topic ain't never going away. Kamala, Scamala, Camel Toe, Chameleon, whatever you want to call yourself, or whatever we call you. You fucking racist stink pussy hole. Anyway,
So this whole thing about the border, we've been to the border. We've been to the border.
You haven't been to the border.
And I haven't been to the border.
Well, I mentioned it because I know Republicans have certainly come at you on this, but Democratic Congressman Cuellar has a border district has said to you and the president, come. Can
I
you
care about
see this?
this, and I care about what's happening at the border. I'm in Guatemala because my focus is dealing with the root causes of migration. There may be some who think that that is not important, but it is my firm belief that if we care about what's happening at the border, we better care about the root causes and address them. And so that's what I'm doing.
It's not the only tough issue President Biden has handed his vice president, also recently asking her to oversee the effort to pass the Democrats' new voting bill. But a blow this weekend when a key Democratic senator, Joe Manchin, said he would not support what he called partisan voting legislation. So where does that leave?
Joe Manchin.
Well, we're very clear. We believe that for the People Act needs to be passed. As does the John Lewis Voting Rights Act.
Oh yeah, because we gonna cause some good trouble.
Listen, we are focusing on the issue in a number of ways. Legislation. There is a piece that is about uplifting the issues and folks who are at risk. When we talk about partisanship, bipartisanship, this should be nonpartisan, not even bipartisan, because the laws that are going to impede people to vote based on early voting, voting by mail, shortening the hours, eliminating or reducing the number of drop boxes that are available, that's going to hurt every voter.
Today's top stories and breaking news right now.
Yeah, I don't like neither one of them Bamas. That's like asking me what kind of snake do you like? Do you like the anaconda or the boa constrictor? Right? Both of them bad for you. Both of them crush your bones in the powder, and both of them will eat you whole. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I see about that. But yeah, let's talk about Scamatoe, right? Because they're trying to expose her, right? But she's not doing a good job, bro. Okay? You down there in Guatemala telling your ass to go home. You know, they talk about don't come. Motherfuckers in Guatemala telling you we didn't want you here. Look at this, right? Look at the demonstrators, right? And of course, you got some Trump supporters out there in Guatemala, right? Well, I want y'all to see this screen, right? Because this is what the mainstream media didn't show. You think NBC gonna show some shit like this, right? They're telling Kamala to mind her own business, right? They're telling Kamala, go home, fix your own corrupt government.
Wish I could see that sign, other signs.
Yeah, look at that. They're telling Kamala to go home and mind your own business, right? And yes, you need to take their word for it. Take their word as gospel, Kamala. Bring your ass back to the United States and address the issues here in the United States. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in Guatemala. I don't give a fuck about what's going on in no other country but the United States of America. Because we got issues here, like reparations for black people, right? You want the black vote, but yet you don't want to do nothing for black people. You let that Porky Pig roll a mark and tie yourself up to a crane. He could take out the side of a Dunkin' Donuts, tell it, oh, you know, Kamala Harris is good for the black community. Sterling Young, what you got on this, bro?
All right, I feel like this just bizarre. Like how she had no concept that the borders is in jeopardy. Like seriously, comparing the visit the border with a trip to Europe, it's like somehow she is like she's simply not very smart. You know, it's like she can't even get through this without exposing how lost she is. It's like, and it's like when Cancun Cruz, you know who that is, OB. You know Cancun Cruz went there and then stood around the cover in like a box. And this is funny because it's like she said no. She said, you haven't been to a border? She's like, I haven't been to Europe. Like, what? It's like if she would have visited a border, the whole world would laugh at president of the greatest country in the world. Our president's supposed to catch illegals at the border from other side of the border. That just kind of funny to me, you know, and because they literally just said open borders and to get elected. You remember the election? They said, "Oh, we're going to open borders," and now they're elected. Now they backtracking. Oh, now you want to backtrack about the border. And she said, and they said, "Oh, she said we have identified the problem and fixed it." And I guess that we have ran out of problems in the U.S. to fix. Huh? I mean, there's nothing there to fix. And
Yeah, what's up, Courtney Washington? Yeah, I'm right there with you, Sterling Young. I'm right there with you.
Definitely with you. And then like, I feel like if she sees her mom, you know, a kid, her mom gonna be like, "Why haven't you cleaned your room?" And I bet her answer gonna be like, "I haven't cleaned the kitchen either. I don't understand your question." Like that's
You know, I just want to add this right quick. I was just thinking, right? When you look at a lot of our past vice presidents, not every one of them, but I would say since World War II, most of our vice presidents have some type of. First of all, they have a lot more experience than her in government, but not only just in United States government, but in observing America's role in the world and our relations with different countries, right? So they basically have some type of expertise in foreign policy. Some of them, well, a lot of them, most of them. Nixon did, the first Bush did, Cheney did, even Biden did. You know what I'm saying? She has no idea what the fuck she's talking about, really. Like when she's talking, you can tell it's basic talking points that have been instilled in her, and she really doesn't quite have a grasp of that area. Like, look at the signs of the people. Like, she doesn't have a grasp of the mood of the people in that area. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she doesn't really quite understand what's really going on down there. At least that's the sense I get from her listening in an interview. Like, she just basically been told what to say as far as, you know, the official policy, the official line of the administration when it comes to that shit. But she's I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. Like you said, she's a immigrant taking an anti-immigrant line in this issue. That sounds like a super coon to me. And that's why those people don't like her ass.
All 100% facts. All facts. I can sit there and tell those people don't come to the United States when you brought your ass here. Matter of fact, there was a point you left the United States and came back. But you tell people who looking for a better life don't come, they're telling you, look, first of all, they're telling your ass to go back home.
Mm-hmm.
And you ever seen that movie Bad Boys 2? When Martin and Will entered the house and he was like, the devil's not welcome here. You gotta call yourself the devil.
Freaking Haitians with guns. Like that, like when she said that.
Oh yeah, I know
like,
you're talking about that. I had to think about it when they was having the shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to talk? Well, go ahead. We're not immigration. They can't hear you because they're shooting at you.
Fuck that hoe, man. You know what I'm saying? Piss me off, man. You lock up black people left and right, and then all of a sudden now you want these same black people to vote for your ass. Fuck out of here. If she thinks she can run in 2024 and think that she gonna get the nomination, she a fucking lie.
Not in the fair election, she won't.
No. Hell, for all intents and purposes, she might cheat that election and still lose. Nobody voting for her.
I think she's gonna have I think she's gonna have an opponent. So I think someone's gonna challenge her, man.
Like who? Like who's in the Republican Party is gonna be strong enough to challenge her? Stacey Abrams? No.
No. Do you think Alexandria might try it?
AOC? She may not be old enough.
You don't think she's? You say you don't think she's organized enough?
It's possible, but I don't think she's old enough to challenge her.
I think she will be in 2024, but she'll still be pretty young.
Will she be 35?
Yeah, but she'd be very young though. I think she'd be 35 or 36. That might be too young. That might be a little bit too young. I mean, it's technically old enough, but I think it's so young it'd be an issue. Shit, you're right, man. Well, I don't really see anybody right now.
Might be. And you know, it's funny. She challenged. She called out Kamala Harris after she went to that after she went to Guatemala. So I found that pretty interesting as well.
Well, you know,
even though
just because someone
AOC, but
right. I'm not either
agent, but you know,
I'm not either. But just because the person's the vice president doesn't always necessarily mean they win the nomination. You know what I'm saying? If Biden doesn't run, so I mean, her age might be a problem, but I can't help but think that Kamala is going to get some type of challenge, man. I can't. We can't be alone in our observation that this woman isn't qualified to be president of the United States. She's just not.
She's a dope.
Yeah.
She's a dope.
She's an airhead.
And she likes dope dick.
Hey, did you see Courtney's question?
We can see another insurrection attempt. It's funny that you asked that question, Courtney. And salute to my brother Courtney Washington in the building, right? Sean Ojakor, I see you. Did y'all hear that Donald Trump was telling people that he's going to be reinstated as president in August?
Yeah, I've been hearing that. I think they're supposed to be doing like some Are they probably doing some type of audit or something? Something like that.
Yeah. So the answer, Courtney, possibly, yeah. We could see another one. We could very well possibly see another insurrection attempt. And what are you going to say now? Well, we didn't know it was going to happen. They just came out of left field.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just.
What's we gonna say? They're gonna say, this thing came way out of left field. We didn't know this was gonna happen. We didn't know that Donald Trump was gonna run another coup. Look, Donald Trump got undying, unwavering supporters, okay?
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is, even though he lost,
He did.
he is the de facto leader of that party.
Yep.
He is the as a matter of fact, he's not even the de facto leader. He is the leader of that party. Even though he lost the election. That's kind of fucking scary. You know, usually when a president loses an election, you know, they kind of no longer are definite, like they're not in the central power structure anymore. Not really. He's really strengthened, if anything, he's strengthened his hold on the party. And he has all these surrogates who are pretty much just repeating his lies. Not talking points, lies. And I don't know if Trump's gonna, I don't know if he's gonna be renominated. But I do know this: if he's healthy enough, and if he hasn't completely lost the few remaining marbles rolling in that big ass head of his by 2024, I think the nomination is his. It's not even like a political thing, man. It's literally like they see this dude as a messiah.
Yeah. They literally
Crazy as shit.
as a messiah. He's a messiah ass.
A misogynist. A massasso.
A megalomaniac.
Yeah.
I think the Republicans as a party. Well, yeah, they had to be behind it because you know why you think they voted to block the bill?
Yeah, I think they were planning this shit for a couple of months, man.
You had
remember,
go ahead. You had that Lauren Boebert bitch giving tours around the Capitol and shit before that coup d'etat.
Remember after the election? Remember when Trump was firing certain people? He had fired certain people, and what was it? What the fuck was it? The State Department? He was firing people in place. So it seemed like he was firing and putting people in certain positions just so security would be delayed on that particular day. Remember, the National Guard didn't show up for what, 2-3 hours or something when it first started. It's like he was planning this shit, and he was putting people in position who would be in on it.
Yep, that's why when they tried to call for the National Guard and whatnot, they weren't responding to it.
Because somebody, I'm trying to remember, somebody resigned from his administration after the election. I can't remember the position, but I wouldn't be surprised if he told him, would he do something? Would he be involved in something like that? And the guy said, fuck no. So I don't know, but I do definitely believe that Republicans were behind the insurrection. Absolutely. 100%.
Leave it up to a family like Ted Cruz, though. And Josh Hawley. And the ventriloquist dummy with the burnt up jack off hands. Leave it up to them, Bammers. Oh man, you know, all this is a sham to derail Donald Trump from running again in 2024. Man, it's just disgusting. Them motherfuckers is just disgusting.
What?
Now I got no respect for them bandits. Zero. Especially Ted Cruz. As far as I'm concerned, Ted Cruz ain't nothing but a fucking opportunist.
Right.
Yeah.
He ain't nothing but a goddamn opportunist.
If anything,
So I'm from the farm north, I try to cook a steak.
oh no, he's good. If anything, Ted Cruz might be angling for the VP nomination next time. Or a cabinet position. I definitely think Ron DeSantis is trying to angle for a VP nod.
Oh, you already know that clown's you already know that clown's trying to be goddamn vice president and shit. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if he got his own presidential aspirations behind him.
I think he do. It's contingent upon whether Trump runs or not. But I think if Trump doesn't run, I think Ron DeSantis is the natural successor to Trump. He's from Florida. Florida got a lot of electoral votes. He's technically ethnic, even though he's really not. You know, he thinks of himself, he's about as ethnic as George Zimmerman thinks of himself as ethnic. But, you know, I could see Ron DeSantis winning the nomination in a Trump Republican Party.
And you know what? Do I like CNN? No. He got youth on the side. You know he's only like 42 years old.
DeSantis?
Yeah.
I thought he was okay. I thought he was a little older than that. Okay, he's younger than I thought he was. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a big advantage. That's a big advantage. He's younger, and he's definitely a better politician than Trump. You know, Trump's not he's not a politician per se. You know, like basically what I'm saying is DeSantis would know, he'll do a better job of what to say and what not to say in front of audiences and telling people what they want to hear, not just saying dumb, stupid sound bites like Trump does. You know, DeSantis could probably be more dangerous than Trump, actually. Even more dangerous.
Yeah.
And I believe DeSantis is even more racist than Trump.
Really? Yeah. Well, I know Ron DeSantis is a racist piece of shit, but more racist.
Because doesn't he? Yeah, because doesn't he?
Because you know Trump is the least racist person you ever meet in life.
yeah, okay. Yeah. Trump is about as unracist as fucking goddamn plantation owner in the fucking 1840s. But now the reason why I say DeSantis is so fucking racist is, if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he endorsed by the Klan in Florida?
Yep, he was. He was endorsed by the Klan.
Right. I mean, and plus I thought it's a lot of stuff I thought I remember reading about him. He was endorsed by the Klan. I think his campaign has apparently taken money from white supremacist groups and Aryan Nation groups. Websites openly endorse his candidacy for governor. This is a racist motherfucker, man.
Yep. Andrew Gillum. Look, much I don't like Andrew Gillum, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the motherfucker, you know, is literally butt man, walking personification of butt man. You lost to Ron DeSantis, right? His political career went to a big old tailspin. You went to a party, you went to a wedding allegedly, and you was found in a hotel room, bucket naked, with drugs vomiting a gay dude.
I know I said this I said this time and time again, but I just can't get over those sheets, man. I just can't get over that shit, man. Like, the smell of that room had to be just absolutely just oh God. Mm.
Yeah. He out there partying like it's 1999. I'll never forget that shit, man. Cause see, Andrew Gillum knew what time it was when he got found in that room. Your political, nobody ever let that shit down.
Oh yeah, his career over.
Nobody will let that down. The fact that you, my friend, is a gay boy. You like dick.
Yeah, and and apparently he like white dick.
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here.
What? So he don't even like. So he like Ivory Schlong. Is that what you saying?
Yeah, because it's a lot of pictures of him. Like when that happened, when that situation happened, the incident, it was a lot of pictures of him with white guys, like on fishing trips and like just in public. Like there's all these pictures of white guys that's supposed to be his buddies and shit. And then the dude that he paid to ram his asshole, that was a white dude. It was a white dude. So he must got like a fetish for white guys or something, man. Like, God damn, bro. Like,
bro. Hey, too wrong. Maybe we should start calling him the Booty Goon.
The Booty Goon.
For real. I think we need to start calling that name on Andrew Gillum. The Booty Gillum. So you think motherfuckers was drilling in his booty hole, or he was doing the drilling?
Based upon based upon observing him, I think he was getting drilled, man. You know, he seemed kind of effeminate. I always thought he was I thought he was just proper. You know what I'm saying? I said, I thought this one of those cool ass type dudes, man. But I just chopped it off to him being kind of proper and a square. But once that shit happened, I said, okay, he's a fruit of the loom. Okay, I see now. But the thing that disgusts me is those sheets. Is those sheets, man. Like the sheets got blood and shit all in it, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. If you look at those pictures that surface, when they show the bed, man, it's soil stains all in it. Like you see brown dookie and blood stains.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. That's why I say I bet that room just reeks.
Hell
He
yeah.
vomited on the floor. The dude is fucking coding and probably farting on himself. And the room got, you know, the sheet got shit and all that crap in it, man. Just ugh. Hey, is that the steak that you was telling me you had what was it, a certain flavor?
Or picanha? No.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had that motherfucker tonight, though. I wish I had that bitch tonight. I got the porterhouse because it was fucking cheap as shit.
Oh, okay.
The T-bone was actually less expensive than the goddamn ribeye.
Really?
Yeah. When I'm with the Publix. When I'm with the Publix, I'm like, man, I went to Firebirds, but I was just there last night. Right?
Mm.
So I figured, you know what? I'm gonna give me a steak. Cook that bitch and eat it. That's what I did. Got me a steak, cooked it and eat it. With some Brussels sprouts.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, Brussels sprouts. I was gonna say what goes great with a steak is a potato with butter on it, but that's healthier though.
Yeah. Well, it ain't healthy when you fry that bitch.
Nah.
But yeah. He was the guy that they saw that was going even Barack Obama backed up Andrew Gillum.
That dude just ruined his career, man. I mean,
No, but man, get it.
Try to say he was depressed because of his loss. Well, you've been doing that crap.
No, you've been taking dick, boy. You ain't just jump out the bed one night and be like, you know what? I want to be gay.
My problem with that shit is, well, I have a lot of problems with that shit, but
yeah,
my biggest problem with it is, if you're going to live that lifestyle, Be honest. Okay. I'm not necessarily saying people need to do your business, but don't get married and have kids, man. I put your kids through this shit. Now your kids got to go through all this harassment. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if his wife knew about it before. I don't know. But, you know, now his kids got to go through all this bullshit. His wife got to go through all this bullshit. It ain't just him.
Yeah, it definitely has a profound impact.
You're right.
Wow. They probably asked him during AA meetings or DA meetings, Dickaholics Anonymous, right? Do you like dick? Check yes or no. He's a
Dickaholics Anonymous.
Hey, what's up, LT? Salute to you, bro. For real. And you get them. Got a phone number. Yeah, if you call that number, right? Like it's some kind of, you know, hot gay boy phone sex line. Hey, my name is Andrew Gillum, and if you want some sweet, sweaty booty sex tonight, just on 904-555-DICK. You heard right. It's just 904-555-DICK, and I will make it come for you, baby. Yeah. Yeah, his career done.
Oh my God.
Just like Scamala career, her done. She done.
Yeah, I think this is as far as she goes.
You can't tell me this ain't her ceiling. This is her ceiling. When you can't answer the simple question of who's the best rapper alive, how would you take you seriously when it comes to foreign policy? All right. Because then the first time she shot at a dead rapper, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just amazed that she doesn't. She is so square. Like she couldn't think of any other rapper other than Tupac to say.
No. Then she tried to clean it up. She tried to clean it up, but we know Tupac live forever in my heart, bitch. You shot a rapper that been dead for 23 years. Just like when you was on the Breakfast Club and you lied about the goddamn lied about listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg when you was in 1986. Mind you, Snoop ain't dropped his first album until 93. Tupac ain't dropped his first album until 91. So unless you got a DeLorean or a hot top time machine, you full of shit.
Yeah, I think if she was listening to hip hop at that time, it was more likely she was listening to, huh?
No, I'm gonna ask her if she talked to Michael J. Fox. I should ask Michael J. Fox on his Twitter. That motherfucker turned 60 today. Right?
Damn, 60?
Yeah.
God damn. I'm getting old as fuck. 60.
Mm-hmm. Michael J. Fox is 60 years old. You gotta think the motherfucker when he was doing Family Ties and Back to the Future, he was like already in his 20s.
Yeah, but when you think about it, it don't seem like the 80s was that long ago. It seems like the 80s was maybe 20 years ago, but it was over 30 years ago. God damn.
Or 40 years ago.
Yeah, the early 80s. God damn.
Yep.
And Doc Brown looks older than he was supposed to look back then, makeup back then.
Right. No, Doc Brown like 82 years old.
Great Caesar's ghost.
And yes, he's still living.
Yeah. I remember he was on Taxi too.
Yeah, I remember that
sitcom.
I remember the sitcom Taxi with Danny DeVito and shit.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that.
I used to like Taxi. I am Lafka Gavet. I used to like Lafka Gavet. I forgot the name of the country he was from. Caspia. Oh, I am from Caspia. You know, people are like, what the fuck are these old motherfuckers talking about?
Yes, Camera. Me on your bullshit.
Yeah, Thompson should listen to Snoop Dogg with the fucking Tupac in 1986, please.
And Charlatan the Fraud, you had to go along with that bullshit.
She know good and well she probably listen to fucking Poison or some shit.
She is poison. I won't be surprised if Belle Biv DeVoe made that song about her.
That girl is poison. Poison. Yep. It probably was. Should have had Willie D dancing in that video. I'm not Willie D, Willie Brown. That girl is poison.
You know, Willie Brown was dancing bucket naked with the #1 grandfather chain on. If I was you, I'd take precaution. She's so she ain't fine. Well, if you had some bucket naked booty sex dreams about her, maybe. Well, that woman look like a crypt keeper, bro.
Who, Kamala Harris now? Yeah, age.
No, you.
Yeah, age is starting to catch up with Kamala.
And nutrition.
And who?
And nutrition.
You said nutrition?
No, attrition.
Oh, attrition. Oh, yeah.
Nutrition.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I overcooked this goddamn steak, man. I'm pissed off about that, bro.
Oh, you don't like it overcooked? Like tough?
No. I wanted to cook it to 145. Because that's medium. I cooked that bitch well done.
Oh.
Fucked up. But you know what? It still tastes good. And come Friday, it'll smell bad when it comes out. Fuck Kamala. She knows good and goddamn well no real American gives a fuck about what's going on in the southern border, right? See, everybody that's watching the video, everybody's gonna watch this video, right? If you fast forward some of the clips like this, a porno flick and shit, right? Understand this. This is nothing. See, we talking about it now, but I'm here to tell y'all this is nothing more than a distraction. It's nothing more than a distraction to throw us off from what's really going on. What was the big topic of discussion last week and the week before?
Oh, you talking about far as reparations?
Exactly. That was the hot button topic that dominated the whole airwaves last week, right? Even though Joe Biden took his racist ass down to goddamn Tulsa, right? The last place that motherfucker need to be at, right? Then you got them old bootlicking baby boomers trying to do the goddamn Cuban shuffle. What is it? What is it about us black people that every time we got a problem, we got to go dance and shit?
I don't know, man.
We trying to address real issues. Motherfuckers want to hold stage plays and dances and shit. And then when you the opposition to it, then motherfuckers look at you like you a Betamax. Anytime you try to like throw a wrench into the norm, then you're the problem.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just
these kids nowadays are just rebels.
Kids nowadays. Kid, I'm 40.
I'm 41. I'm no goddamn kid. Shit, I got back aches just like you, right? I got knee problems just like you. But the one thing I don't got is the religion of bootlickerism, unlike you.
Bootlickerism.
Coonism, bootlickerism, buck dancery is a common thing in these black communities, right? We trying to actually fight for something. We trying to fight for so that way, you know, if Two Raw ever have a kid, or my babies, right? We have my babies have generational wealth. That's what I'm trying to fight for. And Kamala Harris, she taking her ass down to Guatemala. Them motherfuckers don't even want you there for one.
Nope.
You took your ass to a country, motherfucker, they didn't even want you there. Two, and more importantly, we got issues going on here that need to be addressed.
Matter of fact, let me see something. Guatemala, what type of government do they have? I've lost track of that country.
Phoenix Suns whooping that ass. Huh?
What type of government does Guatemala have? Like as far as, I'm just Googling right now. Their president's name is Alexandro Giametti. I'm just trying to see. Basically, I'm trying to see like what his stances are.
Right.
Oh, okay. Now I see why they don't want her down there. He's right wing.
Oh, he's a right wing nut.
He's vowed to bring back the death penalty and pledged to, quote, crush violent gangs, fight poverty to stop migration, and end disgusting corruption. He is against same-sex marriage and abortion and supports using the military for civilian security. During his visit to Israel in December 2019, he pledged to have Lebanese Hezbollah declared a terrorist organization, declaring that, quote, the friends of Israel are the friends of Guatemala, and the enemies of Israel are our enemies. Yes, so that explains a lot of their attitude toward Kamala Harris and the American government.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of thought that they might have a right-wing government. So why the fuck is she bringing herself down there? Why is she down there anyway?
Because you got these Republicans out there peddling the talking point, which leads to my next statement, right? Because I don't get these politicians, right? Especially these Republicans, right? I just love how these bastards try to revise history. So these motherfuckers passed these laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they passed these laws when Trump was in office. And then when Joe Biden takes office, the same laws that they passed now, they criticizing Joe Biden for, right? I just find that pretty hilarious. You bastards just passed these laws in 2017, right? Or whatever. I think that's when the Republicans had control of the House and the Senate, right?
Right.
You pass these laws, you praise Trump for these laws that you passed, but when Joe Biden takes office, these same laws that you guys passed, now you criticizing him over it? Get the fuck out of here.
Hey, man. Both sides are hypocrites.
Yeah,
Republicans really specialize in hypocrisy. I mean, it's gallingly like obvious hypocrisy with these motherfuckers, man.
Hell yeah.
You know, it reminds me of like when what's his name? The Supreme Court justice passed away. Scalia.
Or Anthony Scalia.
No, not Ginsburg, Scalia. Yeah, when Anthony Scalia died when Obama was president, but was getting close to the 2016 election. I think it was February 2016 or something like that.
Yeah. I remember that too, because it's like, oh well, we're gonna let the next president decide who's gonna be Supreme Court justice, right? Now, mind you, all during that time, it was no president behind that, right? There was no legal precedent behind that until that ventriloquist dummy with the burnt up jack-off hand said something about it, right? Because the ventriloquist dummy with the burnt up jack-off hand was the Senate Majority Leader at the time, right? Now, fast forward this porno 4 years later, and Ruth Ginsburg dies, and oh, well, we got to get a Supreme Court justice in there, and they nominate and confirm Amy Coney Barrett. And what also was odd about that, you had goddamn on Dianne Feinstein, the California raisin herself, giving hugs to that other bussy boy, Lindsey Graham. Give me a beat. Bussy boy. You don't mean thing. Oh, you bussy boy. Yeah. So she's shucking and jiving with Lindsey Graham, right?
Right.
And the whole notion behind Amy Coney Barrett being appointed judge so Trump can take the election loss to the Supreme Court to try to get the election overturned. That's the whole reason he did that shit.
Yeah. Yep. Because, like you said, I remember reading about, I think 2 judges stepped down. I'm trying to get my years correct. I think it was two Supreme Court judge openings in the late 60s. One of them Thurgood Marshall took, and then the other one, it was, I think, Lyndon Johnson tried to nominate a friend of his named Abe Fortas, but that was blocked. But the point is, that was toward the end of his presidency. Nobody said anything about, well, we need to wait until the next oncoming administration to fill the vacancy. That shit should be relevant. Because politics shouldn't even enter into the whole situation.
No, it has not. It should not.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just we can go all night about that. But the thing is, I ain't got all night. So that I'm gonna take my ass to bed. You know what I'm saying? I'm starting to get the itis now, eating that goddamn steak. You know what I'm saying? So, if you're not subscribed to this channel, man, hey, first before I go, make sure y'all go subscribe to Too Raw for TV, right? Too Raw. Let everybody know about your channel real quick, bro.
Oh yeah. If y'all can, you know what I'm saying, please subscribe to Too Raw for TV. On my channel, I talk about primarily sports. Sometimes I talk about politics and other stuff. But I talk primarily about sports. And it's 2, the word raw, the number 4, and TV. All right.
Yeah, good brother. You know what I'm saying? Really good channel, really informative content. You know, and we part of the Lions Den basketball community. So you know what I'm saying, support your brother, support my brother, support me, and we are the ones that are gonna tell you the truth. See, the mainstream media they'll sit there and lie to you all fucking day. That's what we're here for. We're here to debunk the bullshit.
Absolutely.
All right, Too Raw. I'm out of here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like, hit the subscribe, man. This your boy. Scream at me.